Welcome in to episode 8 of the Coach Ali Smith Show for 2024, brought to you by the folks at Twin City Used Cars. Coach, a big win over Lee last week, 55-0, lopsided score. Obviously, people see that. But the game was not without adversity. The officials did call that pretty tightly. How does that impact your team, and how does that prepare them for games down the road?
Well, I think it was a good test for our guys, officials. They were really sticklers about the equipment, different things like that. So our kids, they understand that, if you get blessed enough to get into the playoffs, you got to do those things and make sure you equip the right way.
Your offense, very successful on Friday night. TJ with 5 touchdowns. In fact, instead of choosing one play of the game, we kind of talked about there being 3 plays where TJ scores. Going to look at this first one together, but TJ's going to get the ball here at about the 35-yard line. Walk us through it.
Hey, he makes a good cut right there on our outside zone deal right there, and he makes a good cut, and then he, just off to the races. And all the guys got on the next level and blocked really well.
So your offensive line gets down the field. He has 5 touchdowns on the night. Your offense puts up 55 points. It was, like we said, a productive night on that side of the ball. Defense dominated. Of course, the defensive side of the ball is kind of your baby. You like it. And put a 0 on the board. What does that mean for your defense?
Man, I think anytime you can get a 0 on the board, and especially in the league we play in the 6A football or whatever football, and that may be, I think that's a big deal for that side of the ball.
Coach, it was a game where you got to build a lot of depth. Some young guys got into the game for you. Talk about some of those guys and their performance on Friday.
Yeah, well, you got an opportunity from the defensive side. You had guys like Dylan Guthrie, a guy that plays linebacker. He was able to get some reps in there. You had Tommy Jones, D lineman, that obviously had opportunity. You had a kid like Bryson Holland. He got a chance to play linebacker as well as H-back on both sides of the ball. Then we go to the offensive side as well with Parker Damien getting the opportunity. That had a great fall camp for us, great summer workouts, that was able to get some reps and play for 2 quarters for us and show what he could do. You had 2 young running backs, and Amir Thomas and Jakari Harris, that was able to get an opportunity to run the football and show that the talent that they both have.
Coach, again, big week there, but fixing to move into the last 3 games of region play, a chance to sew up a region championship in the next couple of weeks. We'll talk a little bit more about that in further segments, but that'll do it for segment 1 of episode 8 of the Coach Ali Smith Show for 2024. Welcome into our player interview here in week 8 of the 2024 season. Alex Swafford, senior receiver for the Titans. Alex, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, Alex, we get started, and yours is a family of athletes. I've kind of talked with you about this before, but who is the fastest Swafford?
Me.
Okay. All right. Who's the best athlete?
Me.
Okay. Who'd you get all those skills from?
Dad.
So, are you a better athlete than him?
I am.
Okay. All right. We'll let him deal with you later on that one. What are your plans when you graduate? What do you want to do?
I want to go play football, but if not, I'll go to Auburn, hopefully, if I get accepted.
Okay. Go to Auburn. Any idea what you want to do after that?
Maybe physical therapy, but I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Kind of working on that. What's your most memorable play ever playing football?
Probably the touchdown against Hartselle last year.
Okay. All right. What about this year? What's been your favorite moment so far this season?
Last week, the go ball against Lee Huntsville for a touchdown.
Okay. If you had to choose, pickup truck or a sports car?
Pickup truck.
What's a truck? All right. Does that surprise you, Coach?
No.
That does not. Who's your favorite football player of all time?
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. All right. Coach Avery, Coach Daugherty, who's faster?
Coach Daugherty.
All right, moving forward here in the season, you guys have a big game against Fort Payne. What is kind of your focus, and what are you looking for on Friday night against Fort Payne?
Well, they like to walk down in man a lot, so I think just winning the one-on-ones with them will be big for us.
Try to get those opportunities on the outside, get you some down the field throws. Well, what are you going to be doing before the game to get locked in and ready to go?
Just listen to music. Don't get on the phone except to change the song.
Who's the number one song on? Who's the number one artist on your playlist right now?
Ooh, that's tough. I don't really know like a lot of artists. Like I just have playlists with a bunch of different
You
people.
just let it roll.
Mhm.
All right, so you'll be listening and locking into that. Well, Alex, thanks for joining us. Good luck against Fort Payne. Go Titans. Welcome back to the final segment of episode 8 of the Coach Ali Smith Show here in 2024. Coach, we shift our focus to this week's game. The word huge comes to mind here. It's going to be a whiteout for the Titans taking on Fort Payne. Both teams undefeated in Region 8, 3-0. This has a region championship feel to it. How do you relay that to the players and get them locked into that concept?
Well, I think our kids understand the importance of the game. I'm sure Fort Payne's had this game circled on their schedule since the schedules come out, and I think our kids have been excited about it.
Sure.
So, what we've talked about our kids is just being able to handle the moment and lock in and the importance of each region game, and I think they're really excited by having this opportunity.
A year ago, Coach Elmore and the Wildcats came in here, and we had a shootout at Titan Stadium. Both offenses kind of moved up and down the field for a while. Some special teams plays happened. They return Dax Varnador, who is everybody's noticing this guy at quarterback. What does he bring to the table for them, and how do you combat that?
I think he brings a lot in terms of maturity, understanding the offense, understanding where he wants to go with the football. So, man, that kid is polished. He can make all the throws. So he's a really good player, seems to be a really good leader on their football team, and they go as he goes.
So make him uncomfortable, kind of the order of the day?
Absolutely.
Have to do that with him. Don't talk about this often, but it is important in this game because their kicker has hit multiple 50-plus yard field goals this season. Does that affect the way that you approach things from a defensive standpoint?
Well, yes and no. In terms of, we want to just try to keep them. If we can keep them on the other side of the 50, that'll be great. So our kids understand that. We talk to them about the weapon, because he's a weapon. He's a scoring machine in terms of being able to get there and put the ball through. They actually have 2 guys.
So what are you expecting on the defensive side? The last 4 weeks, they've shown some really marked improvement as a team. They started 0-2, 4 wins in a row for them. What are you kind of expecting for them defensively?
Well, they're gonna give you a 3-down front. They're gonna keep moving here and there. They're gonna send you pressures. They're gonna play man. They're gonna put some zero in there behind it. Then they're gonna give you a little zone. The biggest thing is we got to be able to handle their stunts.
So as we look out, this is going to go out on Thursday. Game is on Friday, right? What's the importance of Titan fans and Titan students? We got 2 student buses making the trip to Fort Payne for the whiteout.
Well, for us, if you want to have a program and we want to build, we understand that their community going to get behind them. We would like, and I think our kids want our fans and our student body behind them as well.
No, Mr. Benedetti and the band will be there. They're always in your corner. But with love for all of you out there who are watching, buy a ticket, drive up to Fort Payne, and let's root on the Titans against Fort Payne on Friday night. Well, Coach, that'll do it for episode 8. I want to say thanks to Bobby Ledbetter and the folks at Twin City Used Cars. See you next week. Good luck. Go Titans.
Go Titans.